Alright, so I've got a little story about how persistence can help you get through anything. Because I believe it is not the size of the dog in the fight, it is the size of the fight in the dog that matters. Because I realize I may not be the most talented person in the world, I may not be the smartest, I may not be the most creative, but I realize that if I persist through any situation that I can accomplish almost anything. And I gotta recognize that failure is not an option. So here's my story. And I know you guys love my stories. I just took you back in time to when I was 11 years old in sleepaway camp in Maine. Now when I was 11 years old, I was by far the skinniest kid in my age group. I weighed at least 20 to 30 pounds less than everybody else. And at that age, that's a huge difference. Well, one day in camp, my bunk decided to have a bunk-wide wrestling match, a Royal Rumble, if you will, where the goal was the last person standing is the winner. Well, me recognizing that I'm the smallest guy in my camp kind of made me a little bit nervous. I figured I'd be one of the first ones knocked out. So as 12 guys circled up at 11 years old, we all looked at each other with grit in our eyes. It was as if we were in the middle of the Coliseum and we were gladiators about to take each other out. So the wrestling commences. We all go at each other. I'm getting thrown all over the place, into the walls, into people's bunk beds, slammed on the floor. But I realized, so was everybody else. The difference was that they weren't getting up. I kept getting up after every single time I was being slammed into something. As I continued to rise from the ashes after each slam, I watched the rest of them fall as if the SWAT team just threw sleeping gas into our bunk. And then I recognized there's only 3 people left. So I stand silently in the corner while the other 2 take each other out. And then I realize it's just me and one other guy. Recognizing this guy is the biggest guy in the camp, and he's got about 30 pounds on me, I decided to use my weight to my advantage. I climb onto the top bunk of one of the bunk beds and jump on him like Rey Mysterio would in the WWF, bringing him to the ground where he never got up. Now I stand before you as the Camp Laurel South bunk number 12 Royal Rumble champion. I weighed the least, but I succeeded because of my persistence. No matter what, no matter how many times I was slammed or thrown against a wall or punched in the face, I kept getting up. Sometimes it doesn't take talent, it doesn't take skill, sometimes it just takes persistence and dedication to succeed.